One of the first things I read on the channel this morning, somebody, I forget who, told me that Xbox is getting rid of gold. They're getting rid of gold. I didn't see an official announcement, but I did see that Microsoft has confirmed that it's no longer selling the 1 year Xbox Live Gold subscriptions. No longer selling 1 year, but they have 1 month and 3 month available apparently. So I don't understand because the 1 year had a nice discount. Me, I don't got to worry about that most of the time. You know what I do? I actually do Microsoft Rewards, and I build that up, and I just got me a 3 month Gold Ultimate that has Game Pass rolled in. So I recommend that. I highly recommend doing the Bing searches, all that kind of stuff, because if you do it religiously day after day, you can build up points and actually turn that in for gold service. But they apparently are no longer selling the physical, gold card for a year. Now I'm hearing a forum where they're talking about this, and here's a comment that really pops out from Steve. He said his question is, if they're getting rid of gold, what happens to the 360 games that are given to you for free as part of the gold plan? Now, if you know this, they recently changed it to where you don't keep those gold games forever on Xbox One, but whatever you downloaded on 360, then you get to keep those forever. That's why I make sure to always download the 360 game on the 360. Like recently there was a Tekken 6, which is a game that I had before, but I can't find. So I was like, hey, I'm just downloading this. I make sure to on my 360, and I can always play it forever into the future on that console. But this guy Steve was saying that he's built this digital library of all these gold games, because if you've been on gold for several years, you don't have to worry about game sales on a lot of these games because you actually have them in your library. So Steve's worry is if they're getting rid of gold and they're switching over to Game Pass, aren't they adding xCloud or something to Game Pass at some point? Then you basically kind of get fucked over because all these gold games that you have, built up in your library, what happens to them? So I have a lot of questions on this. Is why are they getting rid of gold? Now, some people here are saying it could be, which I don't think it is they actually are going to allow people to play games for free. No, I don't. Not with Microsoft. No, they're not doing that shit. Okay. So free online multiplayer, they're not going to do that. That's a huge revenue stream. What are your worries? What are your concerns? Because I'm a little bit worried about this. Because, like this guy, I built up a huge library of games. Now I'm currently on Game Pass, the Ultimate. One thing we'll say is the offerings on Gold have not been nearly as good as in the past. It's probably because of Game Pass. One thought is maybe they're trying to push people into getting Game Pass. Maybe Game Pass is going to be the new Gold. Maybe that's going to be the new subscription thing. Maybe they're going to get away from making the physical cards and you sign up on your Xbox and then maybe they just make Game Pass the new Gold. Now, if they adjust the pricing on Game Pass, if they make that like $10 a month, okay, it's a little bit more because you used to be able to buy the $60 card for a year, paying $5 a month for gold. Double that to have the access to all those games. Okay, right. So I could see maybe as a value proposition if they drop down on Game Pass. Now, what's going to fuck some people over is, I wonder if they get rid of gold and you buy a year gold card, you already paid for that. Okay, exactly what are they going to do for you? They would have to offer you, several months free of Game Pass Ultimate to make up for that. Because, you buy it in the future, you buy a year into the future, you've already paid for that. You've already paid for that. So if there's no gold service, then you just kind of get fucked over because you can't get a refund back on that. Let's say they end gold service in 5 months and you bought a year card. Well, Microsoft says, fuck you. Unless they have plans, legitimate plans to do something in the future, near future, I don't see why they would do this. A lot of people just don't really want Game Pass. They buy the gold card. Maybe they buy just a couple games. Maybe they buy Call of Duty, Battlefield, something like that. And they just buy the gold card because they want to play online with their friends. For the people that just buy a couple games and don't really care about Game Pass's offerings, even though it's a lot of games, there's some people out there that just buy a couple games. Like I said, the online shooters, they get the card every year, $60, and they're like, hey, I ain't got to worry about it. I pay my $60 beginning of the year, and all through the year, I can play games online with friends. And on top of that, they would get games with gold to download on top of being able to play with their friends online and everything. Yeah, like I said, I don't think believe me, it is not like some people are commenting that they're actually Microsoft is not going to let you play games online for free. All right, no, that's not going to happen. Not in 2020. But what do y'all think? There's a lot of things that it could be here, but definitely they're trying to push people onto Game Pass. You could tell from the marketing they are really pushing Game Pass. So they want people on Game Pass, but is it kind of fucked up? They're trying to push Game Pass so much that the people that maybe just want gold, they're just kind of steamrolling them. And what happens? What happens to all those games you have acquired on gold through the years? Since the very beginning,